Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In our last class, we discussed about the cylindrical coordinate system. Today we will talk about the spherical coordinate system. That what are the coordinates of a spherical coordinate system? How can we represent a point in spherical coordinate system? And what are the differential lengths, differential areas, and differential volume in spherical coordinate system? So the coordinates of a spherical coordinate system are theta and phi. It means that in spherical coordinate system, the coordinates u1, u2 and u3 are represented by r, theta and phi. Now, how can we look at a point P in spherical coordinates? So, a point P having its coordinates r1, theta 1 and phi 1 in spherical coordinates is the intersection of the following three surfaces. लास्ट क्लासेस में भी हमने ये बात डिस्कस की है कि जब हम एक पॉइंट लोकेट करते हैं किसी भी ऑर्थोगोनल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में, so that point will actually be the intersection of three surfaces. So a point P in spherical coordinates is the intersection of the following three surfaces: a spherical surface centered at the origin with a radius r is equal to r1. याद रखें कि सिलेंड्रिकल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में जो r था और यहाँ पे जो r है, तो वहां पे आई हैड टोल्ड यू कि जो r है वो हम रो से भी रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पे दिस इज एक्चुअली द कैपिटल R. सो रिमेंबर दैट दिस R is the radial distance from the origin, whereas the R in cylindrical coordinate system was parallel to the xy plane, whereas this R is not parallel to the xy plane. So a spherical surface centered at the origin with a radius r is equal to r1. This is actually a spherical surface. We have a sphere that is centered at the origin having its radius r is equal to r1. So this is one surface, a spherical surface centered at the origin having its radius r is equal to r1. This is one surface. The second one is the right circular cone. The right circular cone having its apex at the origin. This is actually the apex of the right circular cone. So the second surface is actually the right circular cone having its apex at the origin and its axis along the z-axis. ये हमारे पास एक right circular cone है जिसका apex origin के साथ मिलता है और जो axis है that is along the z-axis and making a half angle with the z-axis. That is actually a half angle and that angle is represented by theta 1. So we have theta 1 and we have r1. Okay. So a right circular cone with its apex at the origin, its axis coinciding with the positive z-axis and having a half angle theta is equal to theta 1. And the third one is the same as in cylindrical coordinate system, a half plane containing the z-axis and making an angle phi is equal to phi 1 with the xz plane at z is equal to g1. The third one is the same, a half plane containing the z-axis and making an angle phi is equal to phi 1 with the xz plane. This is actually the xz plane. So a half plane containing the z-axis and making an angle phi is equal to phi 1 with the xz plane. So we have three surfaces and the intersection of these three surfaces gives us the point P. So the coordinates of this point P will be r1, theta 1 and phi 1. Whereas the unit vectors associated with these three coordinates are ar, a theta and a phi. आई एम रिपीटिंग इट अगेन, जब हमने स्फेरिकल कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में एक पॉइंट को लोकेट करना हो, सो वो पॉइंट तीन सरफेसेस के इंटरसेक्शन से हम लोकेट कर सकते हैं. नाउ व्हाट आर दोज थ्री सरफेसेस? एक हमारे पास एक स्फेरिकल सरफेस है जिसका सेंटर ओरिजिन पे है एंड द रेडियस r1. सो वी हैव a spherical surface centered at the origin and having its radius r is equal to r1. दूसरा जो हमारा सरफेस है that is actually the right circular cone, the right circular cone having its apex at the origin and its axis along the positive z axis and making an angle theta 1 with the positive z axis. So we have one coordinate r1, we have the second coordinate theta 1, and we have the third coordinate phi 1. Phi 1 is the angle that the half plane makes with the xz plane. So our third surface is actually the half plane containing the z axis and making an angle phi 1 with xz plane. तो जब ये तीनों planes intersect होंगे तो हमारा point P locate हो जाएगा. Now we have three coordinates, so we will have three associated unit vectors. We have the unit vector AR associated with the coordinate R1. We have the unit vector A theta associated with the angle theta 1. So when we have the angle theta 1, its associated unit vector will be A theta. And remember that this unit vector A theta is tangential to the spherical surface. If we look at this A theta is tangential to the spherical surface and lies in the phi 1 plane. This is actually phi 1 plane and this A theta will lie in this phi 1 plane. Similarly, A phi is the same as that in cylindrical coordinate system. So if we have the angle theta 1, so its associated unit vector is, if we have the angle phi 1, its associated unit vector is A phi. So these are the three unit vectors which are associated with the three coordinates r1, theta 1 and phi 1. And in this way we can locate a point in spherical coordinate system. Now it is a right-handed system with base vectors AR, A theta and A phi satisfying the following relations. It means that जब हम दो different unit vectors का cross product लेंगे तो हमारे पास third unit vector आएगा, because all the three unit vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other. तो जब हम दो different unit vectors का cross product लेंगे तो हमारे पास third unit vector आएगा either with a positive sign or with a negative sign. Similarly, जब हम दो same unit vectors का cross product लेंगे, the result will be 0, because when we take the cross product of two same unit vectors, there will be the sign of the angle 0, and the sign of 0 is actually 0. So our result will be 0. In the same way, जब हम दो same unit vectors का dot product लेते हैं, like AR dot AR, A phi dot A phi, A theta dot A phi, our result will be 1, because cos of 0 degree results in 1. And if we take the dot product of two different unit vectors, our result will be 0, because cos of 90 degree is equal to 0. इसी तरह a vector in spherical coordinates can be written as AR into its unit vector plus A phi into its unit vector plus A theta into its unit vector plus A phi into its unit vector. So magnitude along the r coordinate into its unit vector plus magnitude along the theta plus magnitude along the phi having its unit vector. The dot product of two vectors A and B in spherical coordinates is represented by this equation, and similar is the case with the cross product of two vectors. When we have two vectors A and B, their cross product is represented by either this equation or this determinant. When we have two vectors A and B and spherical coordinate system, और अगर उन दोनों वेक्टर्स का हमने क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करना हो spherical coordinate system, so we can directly use this determinant in order to find out the cross product of A and B vectors. Now, how can we represent the differential length, differential areas and differential volume in spherical coordinate system? If we look at the coordinates of a spherical coordinate system, so the coordinates of a spherical coordinate system are r, theta and phi. R is actually the length, whereas theta and phi are the angles. R is the length, whereas theta and phi are the angles. तो अगर हमने डिफरेंशियल लेंथ फाइंड आउट करना हो, तो अगर इसी कोऑर्डिनेट r में हम कोई चेंज लेके आएंगे, that will actually be the differential length change. Whereas अगर थीटा और फाई में हम कोई डिफरेंशियल चेंज लेके आएंगे, so that will be the differential change in angle, not a differential length change. So in order to convert the differential change in angle into differential length change, we need the conversion factor, we need the metric coefficient. So what will be the metric coefficient for theta and phi? So let's look at the figure. Let's suppose we have the coordinate r और इसमें हम एक differential change लेके आते हैं. So this is actually the differential change. So this differential change is dr और ये हमारे पास differential length change है because r is already the length. r हमारे पास length है, तो इसमें जो change हम लेके आएंगे that will be the differential length change. So this differential length change is represented by dr and here the metric coefficient will be equal to 1. जो हमारा कन्वर्जन फैक्टर है, इसी केस में हमारा कन्वर्जन फैक्टर 1 के इक्वल होगा. नाउ इफ वी लुक एट द थीटा, इसी एंगल थीटा में जब हम चेंज लेके आते हैं, हम एक डिफरेंशियल चेंज लेके आते हैं डी थीटा. सो दिस डी थीटा इज एक्चुअली एन एंगल. तो इसी डिफरेंशियल एंगल को डिफरेंशियल लेंथ चेंज में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए, दिस इज एक्चुअली द डिफरेंशियल चेंज इन एंगल. सो इन ऑर्डर टू कन्वर्ट द डिफरेंशियल चेंज इन एंगल इनटू अ डिफरेंशियल लेंथ चेंज, वी नीड द मेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट. अब हमें यहां पे देखना है कि जो हमारा कन्वर्जन फैक्टर है या मेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट है वो क्या है. सो अगर इसी केस में हम देख लें, सो बाय चेंजिंग द आर और theta changes, so here our metric coefficient will be r because by changing the r coordinate theta changes. So here the metric coefficient is r. So here h2 will be equal to r. So if d theta is a differential change in angle, r d theta, this is actually d theta, a differential change in angle. So its associated length change is r d theta, whereas h2 is equal to r. So this is actually a differential length change now. So if d theta is the differential change in angle theta, so r d theta will be its differential length change. Now if we look at the angle phi, this is actually angle phi. इसमें हम डिफरेंशियल चेंज लेके आते हैं d phi. So this is actually a differential change in angle. अब इसी डिफरेंशियल चेंज इन एंगल को डिफरेंशियल लेंथ चेंज में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हमें कन्वर्जन फैक्टर या मेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट की जरूरत है, जो यहाँ जो h3 है. सो व्हाट विल बी h3 इन दिस केस. अब हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि हम कौन से कंपोनेंट को चेंज करते हैं तो हमारा फाई चेंज होता है. तो अगर आप r को रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट्स में डिवाइड कर लें, so this component is actually r sin theta and this component is r cos theta. So if this is r sin theta, actually this is r sine theta because they are parallel to each other, having the same length. So if this is r sine theta, so this is r sine theta. It means that the angle phi actually depends upon the r sine theta. By changing the r sine theta, और d phi changes. इसी केस में आप देख लें, हम r को चेंज कर रहे थे तो हमारा एंगल चेंज हो रहा था, हमारा थीटा एंगल चेंज हो रहा था। लेकिन इसी केस में चूंकि ये कंपोनेंट r का कंपोनेंट है एट द एंड, दैट इज द r sin थीटा, तो जब हम r sin थीटा चेंज करते हैं तो हमारा जो एंगल फाई है वो चेंज होता है। सो हियर द मेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट r, द कन्वर्जन फैक्टर इज r sin थीटा. So if this is the differential change in angle, so its associated differential length change will be r sin theta d phi, because h3 in this case is r sin theta. So this is the differential change in angle, that is d phi. So its associated differential length change will be r sin theta d phi. So if we look at this differential volume, this side is dr, this side is r d theta, and this side is r sin theta d phi. dr, r d theta and r sin theta d phi. So इसी डिफरेंशियल वॉल्यूम के अगर हमने मतलब डिफरेंशियल लेंथ फाइंड आउट करना हो, सो दिस इज द डिफरेंशियल लेंथ along the AR, differential length along the A theta, and differential length along the A phi. So our differential length in spherical coordinate system can be written as dr into AR plus r d theta into A theta plus r sin theta d phi into A phi. This will actually be our differential length in along the three coordinates. Similarly, अगर हमने differential areas find out करना हो, differential area along the r direction, differential area along the theta direction, and differential area along the phi direction. So जो डायरेक्शन हम लेंगे तो बाकी जो दो डिफरेंशियल लेंथ है वो हम लेंगे. Differential length changes, like let me give an example. अगर हमने differential area find out करना हो along the r direction, so this is actually the r direction, मतलब parallel to this component, this is dr, so this is actually the r direction. तो अगर डायरेक्शन हम along the r लेते हैं तो बाकी जो दो डिफरेंशियल लेंथ है वो हम लेंगे. लाइक कौन कौन से कंपोनेंट्स, एक ये कंपोनेंट दैट इज r d थीटा और एक ये कंपोनेंट दैट इज r sin थीटा d phi. तो जो हमारा डिफरेंशियल एरिया होगा दैट विल बी along the r डायरेक्शन, और उसका जो मैग्नीट्यूड होगा दैट विल बी r square sin theta d phi. And similar is the case with the other two areas. So let's come back towards the differential length. Our differential length will be dr into AR plus r d theta into A theta plus r sin theta d phi into A phi, whereas r is the metric coefficient or the conversion factor for theta, and r sin theta is the metric coefficient or conversion factor for the phi. Now if we take the area, the differential area along the r direction, so we will take the r direction and the other two differential lengths. If we take the area along the theta direction, so we will take A theta and the other two differential lengths, and similar is the case with the differential area along the phi direction. Now what will be our differential volume? We can get dV by multiplying r by multiplying all the three differential lengths, and we will get r square sin theta dr d theta and d phi. So this is actually the representation of differential length, differential areas, and differential volume in spherical coordinate system. In our next class we will discuss the conversion or the transformation of vectors from one coordinate system into another coordinate system, inshallah. If you have any question, please write them down and share those questions with me. Thank you.